Have you ever thought about having one definitive collection of tips and tricks for Cities Skylines II? I definitely wanted one, so today I have compiled just that, 75 tips in total, organized by their purpose for easy navigation. This is Aiming for Gaming, and today we're aiming for city planning. Ensure that you select a map that suits your preferences. Some maps, for example, lack ship or terrain external connections. Another crucial consideration for each map is its temperature range. Certain maps may not experience a snow season. Lastly, once you've settled on a map, be sure to choose the map style. European and North American road elements have distinct appearances, so opt for the style that appeals to you. Begin with the most basic two-lane roads, as they are the most cost-effective to maintain. Isolate your industrial zone to shield your citizens from both air and noise pollution. Take wind direction into account, as pollution from your industry and power plants can affect your residential district if the wind blows in that direction. Ensure your factories have quick access to external connections. Plan your road layout whenever possible. A common pattern includes highways, arterials, collectors, and local roads, each serving a distinct purpose. Some are designed for mobility, while others enhance accessibility. The default snapping setting can easily break the zone alignment, so disable snapping to create zones without gaps. In this mode you can also relocate roads, which can be more convenient than rebuilding them entirely. If the terrain doesn't meet your expectations, consider terraforming it. Use the largest brush to cover larger areas more quickly. Switch between European and North American housing styles to diversify the appearance of your city. This will add variety to your city's overall look. All citizens are required to pay a rent, which is calculated based on various factors, including land value, backyard size, and land size. Therefore, avoid constructing overly large houses, as they may be unaffordable for your residents. Based on my testing, 3x3 and 3x6 houses are the most rent-efficient options in the long term. Not only do they generate more income, but they are also space-efficient. If you continue to struggle with low-income buildings that your citizens cannot afford, consider reducing taxes for low-density residential structures. When expanding your city, residential zones may face reduced suitability due to the presence of similar zones nearby. To address this, pick another zone density. There is a trick to attract educated citizens for free: simply lower taxes for educated residents. This will entice them to settle in your city and provide a skilled workforce for your financially efficient buildings, eliminating the need for educational facilities in the early stages of the game. If you encounter a shortage of educated workers, consider manually demolishing commercial and industrial buildings that have already hired them. This will encourage these educated workers to seek employment in your vital power plants or other needed sectors. If you have a reliable source of wind power, consider placing 1 or 2 wind turbines. The most effective way to manage your economy is by unlocking and constructing a geothermal power plant or coal power plant. Their power output for sale is so substantial that you won't regret this investment. Remember that you can also import electricity, which allows you to delay building a power plant until you unlock the buildings mentioned in the previous tip. Keep in mind that water and electricity can be routed beneath the roads, eliminating the need for power poles or excessive pipes. You can also connect power lines underground, just adjust the elevation as needed. When siting your sewage facility, ensure it is downstream in the water flow to prevent the contamination of drinking water, as nobody wants that. The City Information Panel serves as an invaluable tool for conducting a health check on your city. Here you can pinpoint issues related to taxes and much more. Another crucial panel to periodically inspect is located at the top left. Here you can access various layers of city statistics to keep a close eye on your city's vital data. Production menu allows you to keep track of resources you produce or export. Use it to react to changes in your production chains for more profit. City progression is now linked to experience points, which you earn from various activities, not just from population growth. Therefore, don't solely rely on the number of citizens, as was the case in the first game. The new experience system makes it possible to level up quickly by frequently placing services and buildings. However, this approach comes at a cost, as you only receive a 75% refund when demolishing a structure. Don't forget to expand your city using the new permits you acquire as you reach milestones. Several new elements, such as roads and services, can be unlocked through development points, so be sure to allocate them wisely. By the way, if you're enjoying video so far, pressing the like button on this video would be my best reward. Bear in mind that you receive subsidies based on your city's overall wealth, so consider postponing expansion until you're financially stable. If you're running low on funds, don't hesitate to take out loans. They can provide the necessary boost to reach the next milestone and acquire the funds you require. Trim the budget for services that you're not fully utilizing. This will help you save some money. Construct services as soon as they become available, as citizens will start demanding them the moment they're unlocked. However, certain services can be overlooked, such as garbage collection. Services can also be assigned to specific districts when necessary. If you want your healthcare services to operate in only 1 or 2 districts, you can manually configure it. Many services have an upgrade system, so instead of spamming similar buildings throughout your city, you can enhance existing ones. But do this only when necessary, as upgrades also increase maintenance costs. Some upgrades may require additional space, so be prepared to adjust your city layout or leave space for future upgrades. Schools and universities play a crucial role in the long term, as they allow your citizens to receive education. This in turn qualifies them for more complex jobs in the future. Don't hesitate to rebuild your city by introducing wider roads and new services. It's a natural part of city development. To simplify the rebuilding process, consider using the upgrade tool to replace existing roads with the type you require. You can select where the road upgrade should be applied by hovering over the center or the edge of the road. Placing buildings near the water can be challenging due to the constant underwater message. To beautify the area, terraform the zone, position the buildings, and then terraform it again to keep the water from interfering. Roads can be stacked, enabling you to create intricate road layouts if you prefer them. Parallel mode for roads allows you to build a second road aligned with an existing one. This mode also applies to bridges. Roads can be routed underground when necessary. Toggle the underground mode to adjust or remove roads you want. If you're a fan of castle ruins, you can relocate them to create captivating old city districts. Invest in specialized industries. They're an excellent way to establish expensive farms and lucrative businesses. For creating intricate shapes in specialized industry areas, you can position points with small intervals between them. Keep in mind that certain specialized industries require resources. You must either place them directly atop a resource node, or they will be imported, which can reduce your income. The efficiency of forest specialized industries increases as the surrounding trees mature. Choose a location with enough mature trees, or manually plant them in advance to allow them to grow for use when you start your timber business. Your specialized industries will depend on the resources produced within your industry zone, so ensure you have a solid connection between them. If you want specialized industry areas to align without automatically snapping to roads, you can disable this feature. This would allow you to add aesthetic elements like paved roads or trees. Integrate public transport systems like buses to greatly improve your traffic management. You can also generate a steady income by setting the ticket price for a specific line. Keep in mind that the number of vehicles for services is limited. If you require more buses, consider constructing additional depot upgrades to accommodate your needs. When placing public transport stops, consider the ease with which your citizens can access them. It may be a good idea to add a pathway or a nearby crossing for convenience. Signature buildings offer significant bonuses and provide a substantial amount of experience, therefore construct them as soon as they're unlocked. Keep in mind that signature buildings have specific prerequisites for unlocking, so it's advisable to check what is required and plan accordingly. Establish districts and implement district policies, such as those related to energy consumption or parking fees, to customize your city's economic dynamics. You can also manually set parking fees for specialized parking lots, influencing where your citizens choose to park. Road services allow you to install lighting on highways, serving not only as illumination during the night, but also as a means to transfer low-voltage electricity if necessary, as highways don't naturally support this. Road services also unlock various road signs that can help optimize traffic flow, like prohibiting left turns at road junctions. For external trading, you must manually enable it by setting up the desired routes. Add stops at the map's edge, connecting them with your local stations or ports to establish trade connections. If you don't like the nighttime visuals, you can disable day-night visuals in the gameplay menu. When capturing footage, consider using photo mode. Set the time of day manually and turn off the user interface for the best picture. Radio might become bothersome, but you can easily turn it off entirely in the audio options menu. Alternatively, you can disable the ads in the bottom right corner. If natural disasters aren't your preference, you can choose to enable or disable them when starting the game or loading your save. The same flexibility applies to unlimited money. If you'd rather not deal with the economy aspect, you can turn it off. Lastly, there is an Unlock All option that unlocks all buildings. Keep in mind that this feature cannot be disabled once activated. Improving your FPS is as simple as disabling VSync, which can have a positive impact on your system load. The last tip is from Cities Skylines, but will eventually apply to this game as well. Do not install mods you don't need. They might greatly change the gameplay or spoil something, ruining your experience. I hope with this guide you have achieved what you were aiming for today. For more guides, simply visit my channel and consider subscribing, it's that easy. Thank you all for watching and see you next time.